My friends, I have my companion bundle. So I went ahead and opened the priority box. I paid for priority shipping because I didn't know what was in it. Okay. So I had ordered the companion bundle and everything that was in my cart with priority shipping. And then later on, I was like, there's still companion bundles left. I'm not taking anybody out here. So I went back online and ordered just the companion bundle by itself. And I put a little note that said, hey, just put this with my other order from today. Well, when I got my priority box, I'm like, that's awful light. So I went ahead and opened it. It is just my second order, the companion bundle that's in this one, but we're going through it. I can't wait. Okay. So the other one will be, in a couple days or whatever. Thank you, Josie, for packing this for me. And I got $15.90 off of this companion bundle because I had my code because I get bargain bead box. And so my total for this was $37.09. Now, let's see this. Page 2 is all of the contents of the Serengeti Safari Companion Bundle. Look at that retail value. $101.29. Like, let's play. Let's play. That's why I had to, I wasn't going to get two. I was not going to get two, but y'all, you were, sitting on your hands. It was like an hour later and there was still a companion bundle left. And so I got me a second one. Anyways, so excited. I got, little knots for spacers for a free gift. Thank you. Get in here. Let's get in here. Oh my. Look at these. This is going to be amazing. Look at the tubes. Oh my goodness. Look at my leaf, my pendant, and these. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. Look, it's the tan variety that I love. I told you I love it when it's tan. Okay, let's dig into it, guys. Let's just dig into it. And how about we create a little something afterwards, right? Okay, let's go. Okay, I think that's the quickest I've ever put all the numbers together. Ever. Okay, let's do this. Number 1. This is exciting. So there's 21 items here. Okay, 21 items. So number 1 is approximately a 40 millimeter leopard skin jasper leaf pendant. This is a $7.99 value. And that is beautiful. Look at that. The detail. This is dark, just like my pendant that came in the collection, but it is beautiful. Beautiful. Look at the back of it. Oh yeah. I love that. Number 2 is a 27 by 24 millimeter 18 karat gold plated brass and cubic zirconia enameled leopard pendant. This is a $5.99 value. Look at that. Oh, that is cool looking. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. What do I start with on this? What do I start with? I don't know, but here we go. Number 3, 8 millimeter leopard skin jasper matte round beads. This is a 15-inch strand. 15-inch strand. $7.99 value. Look at these. That is perfection. Look at that. Oh, look at these. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Oh my goodness, that is happening. That is so happening. Look at these markings. This strand is incredible. That bead. Oh wow. Look at all of these. These are just super cool. Oh, there's another one that's kind of, yeah. I love it. I love it. I love this. Oh my. That's when you can't just pick and choose. You just grab and go. Look at this guy. Wow. Love this. I so love this. I am so excited. Yeah, that is just super cool. And these I was so anticipating. I would have probably gotten a second companion bundle or attempted to just for this next one. Number 4, 8 by 6 millimeter leopard skin jasper cylinder beads. This is a 7.5-inch strand at a $5.99 value. And yeah, bring it on. Look at these beads, you guys. Oh my goodness, look at these. Oh my, come up here. Come here. That is so much fun. Oh, whoa. They are just so cool. That's a blast. So totally. Yeah. I like them. I like them. I like them. I need to use those like right now, for sure. And this is so much fun. Number 5, 6 pieces here of 21 millimeter synthetic magnesite speckled leopard beads. $2.99 value, but come on. This is just... Look at them. Look at them. Like, look at that guy. Here, with nothing behind him. There he is. Look at that. That is just so cool. I haven't seen any beads that look like this. Ever. Those are cool. Yeah. So much fun. And we have more zebra jasper round beads, brown zebra jasper round beads. So this is number 6. This is a 7-inch strand. This is a $3.99 value. I love this gemstone. Love it. I love everything about it. It is just so much fun. I'm super happy it came in the companion bundle. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all know I have tons of these because of the orders I put in for them, but I will take every single one of them I can get. These are so cool. It's going to be a nice contrast from that matte. See here? That's going to be really good. Yeah, I like that. Number 7, 30 millimeter Z style agate. So this is a barrel bead. It is dark brown. Oh, $3.99 value. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, wait. Please tell me you can see it. It's just ever so slight. Oh, I so hope you can see those markings. Through my viewfinder, I'm not seeing them. I hope you guys do. Let me see. You see those? Oh gosh, that's so cool. It's like those dots, those speckles that go through there. That is fun. That is fun. Oh, I hope you can see that. And then, oh yes, just like what was in the value bundle. You guys, number 8 is 8 millimeter Z style agate crackled round beads. These are dyed and heated, 7-inch strands, $7.99 value. Wow. These are going to be identical with these ones here. Oh my gosh. Like, just like spot on. Look at them. Look at this coating that's on them. This is super cool. They look like 200 years old, if not older. And I think that is so cool. How on earth did you find these, Lauren? They almost remind me of a lava rock, like the lava stone. See that, the way that cracking goes? Super old world look. That is a blast. And it's these markings that's in that other Z bead. It's these markings. Man, I hope you can see that. Anyways, it's the same. And so cool. Yeah, look at those. Look at that. That is Spot on. Such a good idea. Number 9, 6mm African turquoise. This dyed jasper. These are faceted little cube beads. We get a 7-inch strand. It's a $7.99 value. And I'm going to gobble them right up. Oh, look at them. So much variety. That is fun. Oh, look at them. Look at that variety. Look at that bling. Hello. Hello, beautiful. Yeah, I like those a lot. I love that. So we have the bright blues, we have the greens, we have the tans, we have the grays, we have the browns. My oh my. Bright greens. Yeah, that is good stuff. I love the differential, that little pop, that little like kick that it almost gives with that strand, because she's done that with each of the bundles as well as the box, and I love it. Okay, so number 10, 8 pieces here of 12.5 by 8mm faceted black onyx oval beads, $3.99 value. These are dyed and heated. These are fun. Black is where it's at. So earlier today, I had out, because I was kind of going through my bargain bead box, and I knew I'd be getting at least one of the companion bundles today. And so I was going through this stuff, and I was like, I need to do some wire work with this. Like, it needs that edge to it, you know? And so I got out my black wire. So I'm sitting here, black wire's out. I'm in the middle of doing, I had just finished this. Okay, this will be a tutorial that releases later. It's a wrap bracelet. But, and I was getting stuff out, and I pulled up Facebook just to see what was going on with Campbell's Creators, and someone had posted on there, Sweet Maria, she had posted a gorgeous necklace with this month's box using black wire. I was like, great minds, great minds. I'm sitting here with my spool of black wire. Like, it's perfect. Perfect. And now we have some beautiful black onyx beads. That works so well. Love it. So number 11 is 4 pieces here of 9 by 11mm carved shell elephant beads. These are going to be fun. These are $4.99 value. Look at them. They are just too cute. Okay, so the little black eyes on both sides. Look at these little guys. So I'm just gonna tell you what hit me. The Pac-Man ghosts. I'm so sorry. Well, I didn't see them fully, but it looked like little Pac-Man ghosts. I mean, if you take off this whole side. Oh goodness, stop, Amy. These are so cute. Don't they look like Pac-Man ghosts? Oh, that's fun. They are super cute. They are just cute little video guys. That is too much. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I'm real excited about these. So number 12 is 2 pieces of 25mm leopard skin jasper oval go-go donut pendants. $6.99 value. Look at the colorway on these, you guys. So they're all going to vary, big time vary. However, Lauren had said they're doing their best to get you something as close as you can get to a match. And this is pretty stinking close if you ask me. Now, I'm not going to use them as earrings, but because I just have so much to do with this box and these collections. But this is my favorite leopard skin jasper way. Like, the only thing that could be better is if there was some red plumes popping through it. But I love the tans because you see everything. Everything. These are gorgeous. I love the little go-go donuts. Maybe I will do earrings. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. They're just so cool. Number 13, 6x4mm glass barrel beads in jet black, 15-inch strand here. So this is a $1.99 value. These are going to really tie in with the other blacks. This is good. This is good. This is going to tie in as well since I'm planning to use black wire. Oh yeah, these are nice little guys. A lot of them too. We get a lot of them. That's good. I do like that those were included. That's a really good size as well. So that's good. It's kind of one of those universal sizes. It doesn't matter if it's a bracelet or if it's a necklace or if it's a anklet or if it's a pair of earrings. It doesn't matter. Those will tie in really well. They really bring out the blacks that's in the cougar faces, huh? That's super cool. And this is super cool too. Oh my. So number 14 here. This is a 20-gram bag, you guys. This is glass rondelle beads in a white with Picasso. $2.99 value. I'm a sucker for the white with Picasso. I have a few different sizes in these particularly. And this is going to be perfect. Look at that. It's going to pull out all of the lights of all of this. And looky here. Look at that. If only. Hold on. Look at the barrels with it. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of beads. I'm super happy about that. Oh man, I don't care. You cannot go wrong with little Picasso over white. That is nice. Nice. Let me get a container here. That. Yeah, those are good. Those will go a long way too. Yay, I still have like all these bags to go. So number 15, 2 pieces here of 12mm foiled lampwork glass beads with glow-in-the-dark accents. $2.99 value. So much fun. Oh, I love them. Love them. Here, let me charge them. Just put them up in the light for a second. Look at them glow. Hold on. Oh, my camera isn't going to do it. There's too much going on. Anyways, what it's going to be that's glowing are these little speckles that go through here. And that is going to be so much fun. See, I can see it whenever I like bring it up to me. Those are cool. Look at those. Swirling that goes through there. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Number 16, there's 2 pieces here of 7x12mm 18-karat gold-plated brass leopard charms, lead-free, cadmium-free. This is $2.99 value. Oh my, I forgot about these guys. That is so stinking cute. Look at these little bitty leopards. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're totally 3D. Oh, that is so fun. Them. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. He's gonna hang out here with the leopard daddy. Okay, and I'm loving this decision too. So number 17, this is 10x8mm glass leaf beads in jonquil AB. Jonquil is a very barely just there yellow hint to a clear bead. Okay, I love jonquil because it's just so subtle and it takes on AB beautifully. So that is so good with the strand. Yeah, looky here. See, it is about the palest of pale yellow that there is. But look at how that AB pops with it. Yeah, jonquil AB. That is good stuff. We have a lot of these. I like them. Oh man. These being jonquil too, they are versatile throughout everything. That is good stuff. Real good stuff. Let's put him all the way through here. Let's not cover our little guys here. Oh yeah, that's just really good. Yeah, that's really pretty. Number 18, 30 pieces here of 6mm crystal faceted cube beads in a safari mix, $4.99 value. Oh, wow. I guess I didn't remember as much as I thought I remembered about this. Oh, those are, oh my goodness. Okay, so you remember my big crystal haul, like maybe 2 hauls ago, maybe 3, and I pulled out the cube beads and I was like, okay, understand that these are a different level of glass, right? Like different level. Super spectacular. These are them. Like, I'm sure you can tell the bling factor is incredible, but whenever you look into them, these are awesome quality little cube beads. These are my kind of crystals. My favorite kind of crystals is just the clarity is so insane. They have a little weight to them. They are pristine glass. This is amazing. Great inclusion there. Great. That is super exciting. Yeah, look at all those. I'm telling you, it is so Lauren's fault that I do this. It's absolutely, that's okay. That is okay. But yeah, it's so her fault, but I love that. Number 19. We have 100 pieces here of 3.5 by 2.5 millimeter faceted cube spacer beads. These are lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. $249. Yeah. These will be really good. These are good for this collection. Oh, goodness, yes. See? Looky there. Little bit of movement and they just... Yeah, that's good stuff. I love those angles that's on them. And then we are almost done. Number 20 is 20 pieces of 6 millimeter pattern barrel beads. $2.99 value. These are super cool. Lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. Oh, yeah. Ooh, these have some heft to them. For sure. They got something going on. Look at those babies. Oh, yeah. They're going to go great in this collection. Look at my bead mat. Oh, my. This is so much fun. One more. Oh, with this, yes, I was excited about this. Okay, so number 21 is 18 karat gold plated brass and cubic zirconia leopard hook and eye clasp. This is a $5.99 value. Yeah, I am really wanting to see this. Come on. Whoa. Like, see, it's his teeth. You see his teeth? You guys, look at that. That is so cool. So it's his teeth that's holding that closed. And that is amazing. Oh, that is amazing. Okay, so let's pop this open. Okay, Amy. So this should, yep, hook and eye. Hook and eye. Yeah, so that's not going to come out just easily, okay? There it goes. I'd say after we use it a couple times, it'll be easier. But I just wanted you to see this. Look, it's his teeth holding that down. Look at those eyes on him too. Those pretty little pavés. Oh my goodness, that is so much fun. That is crazy. Look at that hook. That is crazy. Yeah, that's going to be kind of a booger sometimes, I think. Either way, I don't care. That is just as cool as it gets. That is just super cool. And his teeth are the clampers. Oh, that is so fun. Look at the collection. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Lauren, you do so good for us. I am super excited. I have 2 of these. Yeah. Okay. Give me a minute. Let me knock something out. Okay. I'm going to put all these up. I'm going to quickly put them up and I'm going to be thinking while I'm doing that. And who knows, I may end up bringing you back in here while I'm thinking about it, but let's knock out a design real quick. I'm excited about this collection, thrilled that I get 2 of them, and I'm so happy you're here with me for it. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to make a very simple necklace, but it's going to, I think, pack a statement to it, and it's exactly what I'm looking for. And so what I'm going to be pulling in is beautiful pendant. Love that guy. We're going to be pulling that in. We are pulling in the spacers and these barrel beads as well as the little barrels. We're going to pull in these spacers as well. Those are lots of fun. And then from the box, I'm going to be pulling in some of these little triangle crystals, possibly. And these, instead of using the ones that came in the box, which were 6mm, I have some that's 4mm, and I just really like them. So I'm going to pull those in for this design here. And beyond that, I have some little 1.5mm crimp tubes. I have Coriana chain. So this is going to be on some Coriana chain. I have this cut to about 18.5 inches. And then I have a little bit of wire. So this is about a 5-inch piece of wire. This is 22 gauge in that gold. And so I'm wanting, what I was thinking anyways is, there's that movie, right? The Panther movie. I don't want to say it. I don't know what I can and can't say in that regard, but you know what movie I'm talking about. And all I was thinking about were those beautiful, strong warrior women and those collars that they wore around their neck, but I don't like anything. I can't really do anything that statement driven, but this is about my style. So let's knock it out. Let's go ahead and start here with this piece of wire. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to make a piece that's going to hang below the necklace. So it's going to be a couple layers, and then it's going to connect to that Coriana chain, right? So I think I'm going to go ahead and start off with my wrap loop here. So I'm going to come in for a wrap loop, and with this wrap loop, I want the actual loop to be teeny tiny. We are connecting to Coriana chain. It is not going to take much. And I'm hoping I can do without having to crimp it into place, So we'll see. We'll see about that. So I'm going to make just a little bitty loop. I'll wrap that around a couple times. I don't want too big of a neck on it. I think I'll just go 2 on this actually. So I have my couple wraps. Just going to make sure it's all snugged up well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So let's trim this off. I just think they did so well with this companion bundle. I am loving it. I'm super excited that I got 2 of them. And I am ready to play. Some more. Okay, so with this, I think I want at the ends, I'm wanting it to kind of narrow up a little bit, and so I think I'm going to do this little crimp here, just to give me just barely a little bit of spacing there, and just to kind of have that little topper. And I'm going to bring in one of our little spacer beads, and you see the way this kind of butts up against it whenever I do one of those 4mm crystals, little crystal wavy spacers. You see how it just butts up in there? And I love how that little spacer just kind of pokes out from there. So put one of these, and I'll do one of these on the other side. And then let's see here. Actually, I think I'm going to do one of the bigger ones here actually. So for this one to connect, maybe I'll do the smaller ones directly on that Coriana chain. I think so. Yeah, let's do one of the bigger ones. So if I do one of those bigger ones here, because I'm thinking of an offset, right? If I do one of the bigger ones here, then I could do one of these barrels with one of our rhinestone spacers on each side. And then down here in the center, I can do one of the smaller ones, and we can connect here, right? So he's going to be on this bail. So then from here, let's see, come in with one of these. And I did get out a seed bead. I think I do want that to be in there. So I got out one of the seed beads. This was one of the seed beads that was in between the coin beads. Let me pop that on. that'll be pretty cool. Okay, so watch this. If I come in here, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. So the way this sets in there is going to be just super cool, right? So if we're coming in there, we have that little seed bead that's in the in-between, but the way that kind of nestles in there, I'm loving that. Loving that. Okay, so then let's just go back up the other side. Okay, so I'm going to do one of these guys, another one of these. Then let's come in with our barrel. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, and then on the other side of the barrel, we'll do another one of these. Then we'll put one of our spacers up in there. And then I'll grab a little crimp. So what I'm thinking is, so here's how I have my loop. I'd want this to go up. And I'm wanting to see how those connections are made between the beads, you know? Because I don't want it to look awkward or odd or anything like that. I want it to flow nicely. And I think we're good. I think that's really pretty. Okay, at least for right now, I think that's what I'm looking for. So let me make another wrapped loop over here. Little bitty loop. Make sure these guys are all cinched in where they need to be. We'll go around just a couple times. We only did a couple on the other side. I'm hoping I only have to have a couple on this side too. Yeah, that'll work out. That'll work out. Okay, so let's turn that off. Let's come in here and get that cinched down. Where you at, little buddy? There it is. Okay. So one thing that we will need to think about, I'll need to think about, is when it connects to this Coriana, how I want to bend these. Okay. So these are going to, and I try not to do it until I'm there. You know, I probably won't do it until it's on and connected to the Coriana chain, just to make sure that I'm connecting it the way I want it to be connected, right? And then let me move this over just a little bit. There you go. See a little bit better? But that's mighty pretty focal. So, you know, I think this works out great considering I'm going to be so deep into that leopard skin jasper itself. This is not actually leopard skin jasper, it's just leopard. Just leopard. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. So when this connects, you know, it's going to connect through here. I'm wanting to fill this area. And I had gotten out these, and I had gotten out these because I didn't know for sure how I wanted to fill that area. But I also want an offset from this strand to this strand. You know? So what I'm thinking is if I do one of the big barrels in the center, so let's just start there. Let's put one of those big barrels down in the center. I think actually it would have that same side area like this. Okay, so we can do that. So let me grab a couple of these down. Let's pop one of those on. And a barrel. And then we'll put it up there and see what that offset looks like. that'll be pretty. So then it's going to be coming out more. Let's see if I can bring this in just a little bit. I don't want to distort or make it seem like an awkward little connection with these little rondelle spacers. But if it came down just a little bit, of course we're going to have to fill that a little bit more. But with these metal barrel beads having a little bit of heft to them, I think that's going to help kind of pull it down in there. So even without filling that the rest of the way, let's just have a peek. Let's see how that connection happens. Yeah, that's one thing I love so much about Koreana chain is it really is so versatile. I mean, you can bead right on it, you can crimp on it, beads to it. You can have floaters, not floaters. You can have connections like this or not. So let me see how that's hanging. So that would go straight across. Even if I was to cinch these in, it would go straight across unless I wanted to crimp it in, crimp it all in and together, which I wasn't really planning on crimping it in. But I would definitely want something more bulky like this instead of those triangles because it's going to go straight across. But, let's try something. Hold on, I have an idea. And I have this idea because that is going to go straight across most likely when that necklace is on. So let's bring this out. And let's bring in some of this. So I have the Soft Flex Soft Touch and Very Fine, and it's black. Let's get out a little piece of that. Let's see if what I'm thinking will work. Here, pop off here, buddy. I won't need a very big piece. Let's see. Let's go about, just to be safe, I'll come to about here. So what's that, about 4 inches? I'll measure it. Ooh, don't go out of there. And this is very fine. Okay, so what if I took one of my little baby crimps, just one of my little bitty crimps, go down a little bit more. Okay, slide this up. Let's get some of that tail out of there, just in case I need some of that length. Let's pull this down, because I need just a little bitty old loop. Right? Okay, go ahead and flatten that. Let's pull on that. Yeah, he's good. Let's trim this off. And if this doesn't end up working out, just fine. I think it's worth a try. Okay, so we have our little bitty loop here. I've crimped it. So let's come in here. Because what I'm thinking is, what if, because this is going straight across, what if these were hanging down from it in that little cavity area, right? So let's start out with 3 of these, just that I have that kind of lead on each side. 1, 2, 3. Let's put some of these on. do this topaz color, and I'm going to put a little crimp in between them. We'll do that bronze. Let's do topaz again. That'd be cute. Okay, and then we'll do a crimp. There's only one of these guys. Let's do this guy in the middle. And then I'll just go back up with those other three, right? So I'll just do that. Topaz, crimp, bronze, crimp, and topaz. Then we'll do 3 at the end. We may not need those 3. I'm just thinking a little bit of a lead, because I'm going to have to go through beads or between beads. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's try something. Let's just try it. So let me put another one of these on, and I'll use that to actually crimp it. So I'm grabbing this back one here. Maybe I needed more coffee this morning. Okay, then I'll bring that down, because this is going to be just a little video thing. I'm looking at the size of that other loop, just so I know where I'm at, what I'm doing here. Pull this down a little more. Sorry if there's a bunch of noise going on. Let's see. I'm glad this hit like this. Because we probably won't even see this little crimp. Grab a hold of that. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I have this little piece. And if this piece doesn't work out, I have another piece right here. Okay, so let's see where I'd want that to be, to where it would look semi-natural. Be a little too close if it was on the outsides of that barrel, so we'll kind of, I think, have to go on the inside of the barrel. So let's go this side. Now let's go through that. Okay, let me see what the kitty cat has, because that's an awful lot of noise. One sec. Okay, cats will play. All right, so let's put this down in. And then let's get this side through here. Just going right through that loop. So it would come something like that. See, then we have our center guy down here. Okay, promising. Let me put on a little crimp on each side to kind of help it settle in there. I mean, this crimp may be too small. I may have to get an actual number 1 crimp to put in there. But let's see. Oh, guess I should have tested to see if that... I put one of those on there, yeah. No, I put it on the wire. That's what I did. Try a different one. There we go. Alright, so that's good. this other side. You know, I could even crimp that down at this point. I will if that's what we're definitely going to do. Okay, I could come in here and just crimp those down, right? Because then they're going to be up inside of that spacer bead, so we won't be able to see it anyways, right? And that's our center section of the whole necklace anyways, so that might be an option. Let's see if I have to do that though. Okay, so on each side of this, I'm going to put that barrel back. So we're doing barrel. See how that looks. Oh, that's easy. Okay. And one of these, then I have my rondelle already there, so I'll pop on a barrel. And another one of these little rondelles. And then for sizing, as far as length, let's just try. Because I was thinking one of these for each side. And if not, we could just pop one of our little spacers on the end, you know. But let's see. Oh, I hope that does work out. That'd be cute. Okay, and it doesn't make that connection too awkward, I don't think. So if that was down underneath, that's pretty cute actually. Oh, that would be good. Okay. Okay, hold on. I think that'd be really good. So it looks like I still have some space, you see. So let's then come in here and let's put these on. Then I'll do the spacer. I'll probably do a little crimp at the end of this one too. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Just the overall look, that's spot on. Have to see how that connection's laying. If we do that. Okay, so let's just do this other side. Put that on. We'll do a little spacer. And let's do a little crimp. Okay, now let's look at this length. Oh, are you seeing that? Okay, well, let's just peek. Let's pop it on and see what happens. And then we can decide. I think I am going to have to crimp those down in there. Okay, so I'll come in one side here. And then come on the inside of this one. That's pretty good, actually. It's not too shabby at all. See the way that looks? Now this is a little wonky, but I think if I crimped it in there, it would be just fine. But it's trying to choose and decide where it's going, you know, and it's kind of inside that bead. So I'll crimp that down. I think that's great. Okay, let's just do that. Let's do that. I love that those triangles were out still. Okay, so let's come back in here. We'll find our center and we'll crimp down. getting caught up. There we go. Okay. Okay. So from this point then, let's do this. Let's pop on a little crimp on both sides. I think I left a couple over here. Yep, I did. Oops. Okay, now we're going to need to find center. So let's marry up these two little ends. Okay, make sure you guys can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold these down the way I'm wanting them to be, and then I'm going to crimp those down. So if I come in here, that one looks pretty straight there. So I'm going to give it a little crimp, then it'll nuzzle in and it'll slide in from the other side. Okay, so you see now what happened? So it's kind of holding that inside of there. Okay, so now I know that's where it needs to be. Oh, he escaped. Oh, he escaped the crimp. Oh, he did. Oh, maybe that loop's just a little too big. Oh, that just barely happened. Oh my, oh my. Getting it back over that crimp. See all I'm going through to get that back over that crimp, but it just slid right out. Look at that. Okay, so I need to make these loops smaller. Okay, that'll do. I can do that. Let's go this way. And actually, if I squish it down even more, will it have such an easy time getting around it? Yep, it went right out. Okay, no worries. Let's make a new one of those, right? And we'll make it with a little bitty loop. Littler little bitty loop. This size is little enough. See that side? It can't get around that crimp tube. Okay, so no worries. It'll only take a second. But I think it's going to be worth it. I think it's going to be super fun. Okay, so let's make another one of these with a littler loop. Okay, I have this. So let's pop on one of our little crimps. And actually, I may make that a little bit smaller so that it doesn't hang down so much. It gives me the opportunity to do so now. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get a new piece. That way I have something to wiggle with and play with and grab a hold of. Okay. Even though we don't use it all, I'm going to give myself a little wiggle room. Okay, so let's save that guy. Okay, so we have our crimp on there. can, but I don't need a tail that long. Little bitty. Yeah, that's much littler. Let me make sure the Coriander chain will go through it, though. That would be my luck, right? Yeah. Okay, nice and crimped. Okay, so let's cut that tail off. And I could have went up and around, but it's not really holding anything, you know? So there's nothing really that's going to be pulling on it. Okay. I was kind of hoping his neck wouldn't be so goofy. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. So let's cut this one and use those beads. Okay, so let's do those 3. Just so we have that lead off coming out from the bead. What if in the center, instead of doing one of these, we did one of our spacers? What do you think? It's something I had thought about just right after I was done earlier. Let's get a couple little fillers in there. Because they'll go right down in him. Or not. Maybe not. Alright. Okay, then just one on each side. And let's come back in with a topaz, crimp. Oh, it's over there. That bronze. And crimp. And then topaz. Okay. Now, let's do those 3. I'm looking at how he's angled. All right. So let's get our crimp on that we're going to secure this with. Wrong side. So I'm just going to pull it up until it's a little bitty. I'm trying to gauge the tip of this by that, you know? I think that might work out. Hold on to that. Grab our little crimp tube. Let's look and see how. So I want to connect on this side. That way it matches the other side. Oh, just little. Oh, just little. Okay, we're good there. Okay. What do you say we try now? Look at how little that loop is. Just a little bitty. Little bitty. Okay. So this is the side that already has the crimp on it. So we're going to take all this off. Come up through that little hole, a little bitty loop. Oh yeah, that's not happening now, buddy. Sweet. Okay, so then I'm going to be doing that little spacer. Our black beryl bead. Another little spacer. Then from here, I'm going to go down through that loop. That way it doesn't, get kinked up or anything like that. That's the way it was laying naturally. There we go. And be real careful here. There we go. So, if we come in here, here's how we're laying. Ooh, I like that with the little bit of the spacer action in the center. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let me put a crimp tube on this, and then we'll cinch that in. Well, this necklace took a little bit of a different turn, but I'm happy about it. Okay, so we're going to come on down in there. Kind of pushing it a little bit into that spacer bead. So now we are in the center, and our center bead has its connections. Yeah? Okay, so now let's come back in here. So we'll do that beryl, do that rhinestone spacer. Our other little beryl. And we'll do that spacer, silk eye, and a little crimp popping up there at the edge. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like. Now let's go to this side. Beryl, rhinestone spacer, one of our little beryls, rhinestone. I'm chasing you around. Okay, one of these little guys, and then we'll put just a crimp on the end. There you go. And if we have to do the same thing with these little bitty end crimp tubes and crimp them down in there, so be it, we'll do it. Oh, that is just good looking. Good looking. Okay, so let's make that connection here to the focal. There we go. Oh, and looky there. Okay, I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Good stuff. Okay, so remember when I was talking about these little ends that I was going to wait to do that? Well, here's the time. So I'm looking now, when I look at this here. Well, I don't want that to be like that. Oh, it's because of the way I'm doing it. So even more so a reason why I am going to end up crimping here on the outside of this probably. Okay, so see what the way that connection looks. Well, I'm thinking at this point, if I just arch them in to where they're not sticking out like this, if I just arch them in, they will hold that connection really well. So let's see. I don't know what that spacer bead in there. On the inside. So I'm going to come here, just grabbing the tip of it. I'm just coming down with it a little bit. Okay. So on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. Come in here, grab that tip. Just go in with it. Oh, that's so pretty. Let's see if we still have center. Coming to the side here real quick with you guys. That way we can see it. Like for sure see it. Looky there. Not too shabby. Okay, so we'll check again before we finish this out. So now, what I'm thinking is if maybe we do make a little crimp here, it might keep that from wanting to kind of fly up and around. Right, because then it'll be like standard and cinched. That is so pretty. So what if I did a number 1 crimp? That way it also holds it in this bail here. Yeah, let's do that. Let me grab a number 1. Ho ho, ho 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 ho. I have 4 in there. Okay. Because then we won't even really see it, right? It's just going to be sitting there. Okay. One on one side. One down the other. So I don't think I want any floaters, nothing. Not with this one, not now. Yeah, that'll work. So let's come in here. Okay, just barely, just barely. On this side. Not trying to push it in too much or make it too tight. And that is where it's at. Oh, I love that. Okay. So that works really nice. So let's come up here and make sure we still have center, and if not, we can cut off a little bit of something. Yeah, and we're going to need to cut off a little bit. I need those to be even. So I'm just going to take off a little bit from that side. That's good. And so from this point, my friends, all I'm doing is I'm going to clamshell this and get it crimped down, and then we will connect a little toggle, and then we have our simple, beautiful little necklace with a little extra accent that wasn't planned. I love that. That's good stuff. Okay, and I'm going to super glue this in here. When I first started thinking, you know what, I'm going to take these extra steps just to make sure that if you guys are following, but you're not, crimping it down on the way, something like that, that I still know you're good, because thought of you losing a necklace and having it shatter everywhere, as beads go everywhere, is terrible. The first thing I thought of was Coriana chain, because that is the one thing sometimes it worries me, but I really have not had an issue. So I'm going to come up here to the tip. It is super important for Coriana chain that this has a little bit of the chain sticking out still. Okay, a little bit needs to be sticking out. I'm going to give it a good squeeze. Look at the sides. Squeeze down on the sides some, just so it has that really good connection. Okay, so then I'm going to slide this up. That'll be good. I'll do the other side and then I'll come in and glue it. Okay, so let's do the same thing over here. See, so it's statement worthy, but it's still dainty, and I love that. Okay. Okay, I have some sticking out of there. The sides. Crimp down the sides some. Good connection. Slide this up. Okay. Now let's get some glue. Then I'm not going to get a paper towel, so I grabbed a Kleenex. I want to make sure that it's sitting in there the way I want it to be before I do anything with that glue. And we're putting just a little dab. I didn't feel any, but I'm rubbing it just in case. Okay, so now let's knock out that other side. And he's sitting in there the way I need him to be, so that works. Oops. Excellent. Easy peasy. Let's close this bad boy up. And then, ooh, I get to keep playing. All right, so let's bring these in. Jump rings. So I'm using 4mm. One side on there. And then we'll do the other. Simple little necklace. A little bit of statement happening with the simplicity, and that's a great combo if you ask me. It allowed me to use some of the other components and items from the box that aren't just the leopard skin jasper, because that's what I want to just jump into head first. And so it ensures that I did that. And looky here. So here we have our Coriana. Then we're coming down to our focal. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Love that. My friends, thank you for being here with me. I'm elated about my companion bundles, and there's going to be a lot happening because I have a lot of beads and I'm excited about them all. So tell me what you think about this. What do you think? Are you going to use some Coriana with this box or companion bundle or anything here soon? It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It really is. All right. Well, I'm going to get to playing. I hope you guys are playing with your beads. And exciting stuff coming up this week. Exciting stuff, okay? For one, I'm less than 150 subscribers away from 7,000 subscribers. Do you know what a goal it is to hit 7,000 by my 2-year mark, which is on June 7th? That would be phenomenal. So please, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, comment, do all that good stuff. Your support is so appreciated. And then if you have hypes left, you get 3 hypes a week. If you go down to the comments section under this on your phone, in that comments section, you can click there and there's a hype option. Hyping a content creator's video tells the YouTube algorithm, it gives you control. Hey, you should push this out to other people that aren't subscribed. And that hype button is huge for that. So if you would, if not, at least use your 3 hypes a week. Use it for whoever you want to use it for. Hype them. Give them, big high five. And until we meet right back here, my friends, I appreciate you. I hope your day's phenomenal.